Hello students. So students, we will continue with the previous chapter, that is why do we fall ill. Okay. So here we will discuss about different types of diseases. Okay, and the causes of the disease and the treatment of the disease. Now there are two types of diseases, acute and chronic disease. What is an acute disease? In the acute disease, the duration of acute infections are very short. They last for only few days. So acute diseases when the infections are short and they last for few days. And what are the chronic diseases? Where the infection that is a long and it may last for a lifetime. So they are the chronic diseases. The acute diseases, it does not have a permanent effect on the body, like common cold. Okay, so for few days you will have an infection for, let us say, for 4-5 days of common cold, and then you will be cured and it will not affect the body. And in case of it has a permanent effect on the body, for example tuberculosis. So this is about the acute and the chronic diseases. Now students, there are different types of diseases and there are different causes for those diseases. Okay, now two main cause of disease are immediate cause and the contributory cause. Okay, now what are the immediate cause? Immediate cause are the organisms that enter our body and cause disease. For example, virus, protozoa, bacteria. So what are they? They all are microorganisms. So immediate cause are the microorganisms which enter the body and cause infections. So they are the primary cause of disease. Then are the contributory causes. The contributing causes are the secondary factors which lead these organisms to our body. For example, dirty water, unclean surroundings, contaminated food. So what happens when due to the presence of all these things, what happens? These things, the virus, it grows and then this virus, it enters in our body. So here unclean surroundings are the contributory causes, and what is the primary or the main cause? That is the virus. I hope it is clear to everyone till here. Now students, now let us say one example I will give you. Now for example, let us say if few babies are suffering from loose motions, we can say that the immediate cause of infection or disease is the virus, because if a baby is suffering from loose motions, means the baby is having some infection and that can be due to virus. So here the immediate cause of disease is the virus, and that is the first level cause, because the virus, if the virus is not there, the person or the baby will not have loose motions also. So this immediate cause, that is the first level cause. And now at this juncture we may ask that from where this virus has come, and from where the virus has come, and few baby develop loose motions after drinking unclean water in the society, but few does not have. So one reason can be this also, that in comparison to others, that the baby is not well nourished or the baby is not healthy. Okay, now the second question is why the baby is not healthy? Because the baby is not well nourished, baby is not getting the proper diet or the balanced food. So here the lack of nourishment is the second level cause, or it is the contributory factor or the contributory cause. Okay, so it is the second level cause. The first level cause is the virus, the presence of virus, or which is the immediate cause. And here the second level cause, that is the contributory factor. Okay, so here the nourishment is the second level cause. Okay, now why the baby is not getting the well balanced diet or a nourished food? Because maybe the family is poor, and because of that they are living in that area where the proper public facilities are not provided, or it can also be due to some genetic reasons also. Maybe the parents are prone to viral diseases, so baby is also prone to viral disease. So here poverty, that is the third level of or third cause. Understood? Primary cause or the first level cause is the immediate cause, that is the virus, and rest are the contributory causes. So in this case the second level cause is the nourishment, and the third is the poverty. Now just pay attention, students, that the contributory causes alone cannot cause the disease. For that immediate cause that is necessary, the presence of virus is necessary. I hope it is clear to all of you. What are the contributory and the immediate causes? Now students, what are the infectious and the non-infectious diseases? Now students, immediate causes of disease, it belongs to two distinct types. Immediate cause are of two distinct types. Contributory causes are the some factors which lead to the disease. Okay, they are the secondary factors. Okay, as we have seen in the previous slide. Okay, they are the secondary factors. Okay, and which lead the organisms to enter in the body. So immediate cause here, immediate cause, it belongs to two distinct types. First, the diseases which are caused by infectious agent and the diseases which are not caused by the infectious agents. So diseases which are caused by the infectious agents, here the immediate cause of the disease are the microorganisms like virus, bacteria, protozoa, fungi, and the diseases caused by these microorganisms are the infectious diseases. This is because the microbe can spread in the community and the disease can also spread. I hope it is clear. So immediate causes are of two types. Okay, caused by the infectious agents. What are the infectious agents? They are actually the microorganisms. And second is the disease which is caused by the non-infectious agents. Okay, now we will discuss some of the, so what are infectious diseases? Infectious diseases are the diseases which are caused by microorganisms, and these diseases, they spread because microorganisms, they spread. Okay, now some of the common diseases. The common human diseases which are caused by microorganisms. Now please see here, bacterial disease. What are the bacterial diseases? Dysentery, plague, diphtheria, cholera, typhoid, pneumonia, viral disease, common cold, mumps, measles, viral hepatitis, dengue fever, chikungunya, chickenpox, fungal disease, athlete foot. So these are some of the diseases which are caused by the microorganisms. Now students, I would like to say that there are different types of different groups of microorganisms like virus, bacteria, fungus, protozoans, and algae. Okay, now all these microorganisms, these different groups, they are similar. The members of a particular group, they are similar to each other, but they are different from the other groups. Like the bacteria, all the members of the bacteria, they have some common properties which may not be present in the other group, like which may not be present in the virus. They have some, all the microorganisms, they have some common properties also, okay, but they have some properties which are not present in the other groups, okay, and the mode of treatment depends on the properties of the particular group. Have you understood or no? For example, the virus, it lives inside the host cell, whereas the bacteria very rarely do. Okay, now, so bacteria are closely related to each other than the virus, and viruses are closely related to each other than the bacteria. Okay, so that's what I said. They all the microorganisms have some common properties, but they have some different properties which are similar in the members of the same group. Now, how the mode of, so that decides the mode of treatment. How? Now you pay attention here. That it also means that many important life processes are similar in the bacteria group, but that is not shared in the virus group. Okay, so those drugs are taken. Okay, because you know in all the living organisms some or the other chemical reactions takes place. Okay, so those drugs are taken which block any one of the life process in one member of the group. Okay, for example, in bacteria, some of the all the life processes in the bacteria are similar. Okay, so that drug which will block any one life process in one bacteria may block in the other bacteria also, but it may not do so in case of virus, because viruses have different life processes or they are different from the bacteria. Now, for example, antibiotic penicillin. Let us take the case of antibiotics. Okay. Now, these antibiotics, they block the biochemical pathways in bacteria. Okay, because many chemical reactions takes place. So, antibiotics. Why antibiotics are taken in case of bacteria, or why antibiotics are taken if a person suffers from infection caused by bacteria? Why infections are caused by bacteria? Okay. So why they take antibiotics? Because antibiotics are the drugs which block any one of the pathway, and when that pathway is blocked, the bacteria dies. Okay. For example, many bacteria make cell wall to protect themselves. Now, if antibiotic penicillin is taken, then this antibiotic penicillin, it blocks the that mechanism or that process of the bacteria that builds the cell wall, and as a result the growing bacteria become unable to make the cell walls and they die. But now the question is this, that whether the penicillin affects the human cell also or no. I mean to say, if a person has got infection of bacteria, then the doctor gives antibiotics. Let us say they are giving penicillin, because bacteria, they make the cell wall, and if that antibiotic penicillin is given, that penicillin will block that mechanism which helps in the formation of cell wall. So bacteria will not be able to make the cell wall and they will die in the organism which is infected by bacteria. But this bacteria will not infect the cells of that particular organism, because the cells of that particular organism, for example, let us say case of humans, okay, because they do not make the cell wall. If the humans are infected by bacteria, penicillin is given, which is an antibiotic, because that will block the pathway of the bacteria which makes the cell wall, but that will not do this in the human cell, because human cell doesn't contain cell wall, and it will not also, or in the viruses also do not make cell wall, or they do not contain cell wall. So if anyone is having the infection of virus or a viral infection, let us say cold, common cold, then antibiotics are non-effective. Why? Because viruses, antibiotic penicillin is non-effective. Why? Because virus, they don't make the cell wall, hence they will not be affected or they will not be killed by the antibiotic penicillin. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay, now please see this slide. Now students, you all know about coronavirus, COVID-19, okay, and because of that only you all are having so many holidays in the school. What is COVID-19? COVID-19 is a respiratory illness. It is the illness which is caused by a group of virus, or which is caused by a virus called as coronavirus, and this is a highly infectious disease. Okay students, so this disease is caused by coronavirus. It was first discovered in China. Now let us discuss something about coronavirus, because this is a viral disease, an infectious disease. Okay. Now students, coronavirus are a family of viruses that can cause illness such as common cold, severe acute respiratory syndrome. Okay. And the disease which they are causing is COVID-19. In 2019, please see the slide. In 2019, a new coronavirus was identified as a cause of disease outbreak that originated in China. And this virus is now known as a severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, and the disease it causes is called coronavirus disease 2019 or COVID-19. In March 2020, the World Health Organization declared COVID-19 outbreak a pandemic. What are the symptoms? So COVID-19 is a disease which is called by a group of viruses called coronaviruses, or which is caused by coronavirus. It is a microorganism and this disease is highly infectious. The symptoms, signs and symptoms of coronavirus disease 2019 may appear 2 to 14 days after exposure. Okay, the virus may enter in your body, but the person will not have any symptom. Only after 14 days of exposure, the person may develop some symptoms. This time after exposure and before having a symptom is called as incubation period. What is the incubation period? The time between the exposure to the particular virus and the appearance of the symptom, that is the incubation period. Okay. Now the common signs and symptoms may include fever, cough, tiredness. The early symptoms of COVID-19 may include a loss of taste and smell. Okay. So these are the common symptoms, but other symptoms may include shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, muscle ache, chills, sore throat, running nose, headache and chest pain. Okay, so these are the symptoms of coronavirus. So that was the first immediate cause. Okay, that is the diseases which are caused by the infectious agents, and another one is the diseases which are not caused by microorganisms or infectious agents. Here the causes are different. They are different type of causes. They are non-infectious and they do not spread. Like asthma. Asthma disease does not spread. Cancer, diabetes, hypertension. So these all are non-infectious diseases. And I would also like to say one thing, students. The infectious diseases are also called as communicable disease, and non-infectious diseases are called as non-communicable diseases. So today we will do till here. Rest portion we will do in next class. Thank you, students.